Imagine soaring above the vast war-torn skies of Europe in 1944, where the air thrummed with the roar of engines and the tension of constant combat pressed on every heartbeat. Below, cities lay in ruins, smoke curling toward the heavens, and enemy fighters lurked in every shadow of the sky. In the midst of this chaos, a new champion emerged, a silver streak slicing through the clouds with unmatched precision, speed, and agility, the P-51 Mustang. This was no ordinary fighter plane. It was a revolution, a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. A machine that would rewrite the rules of air combat and secure the skies for the Allies. From the very first flight, the Mustang captured the imagination of both pilots and engineers alike. North American aviation, in a feat of unparalleled American engineering, had transformed a concept into a technological marvel in record time, creating a plane that could fly farther, faster, and more maneuverably than anything the enemy had ever encountered. It was powered by the legendary Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, an innovation that gave it the ability to climb higher, dive faster, and maintain superior speed at altitudes that would leave other fighters struggling. The Mustang could escort Allied bombers all the way to Berlin and back, dramatically reducing losses and turning missions that were once perilous into achievable victories. Enemy pilots quickly learned to fear the sleek silver streak cutting across the sky, as their once dominant air superiority crumbled before the Mustang's relentless presence. Yet, what truly made the P-51 extraordinary was not just its technical specifications, but the connection it created between machine and pilot. Men who once faced the sky with apprehension now felt invincible, gripping the controls with the understanding that the Mustang's wings were extensions of their own courage and skill. Dogfights evolved into intricate ballets of speed and precision, each maneuver a testament to the harmony between American engineering and human daring. Across Europe, tales spread of pilots returning from missions unscathed that, without the Mustang, would have ended in certain death. This aircraft didn't merely participate in battles. It altered the very strategy of war, shifting the balance of power in the skies decisively in favor of the Allies. The impact of the Mustang was felt not only on the battlefield, but also in the hearts and minds of people back home. Americans across small towns and big cities alike followed news of every successful mission, their imaginations ignited by the tales of bravery, skill, and the unmistakable silver flash streaking across enemy skies. Young men dreamed of one day climbing into the cockpit of such a plane, envisioning themselves as part of a machine that represented freedom, courage, and the boundless potential of American innovation. The P-51 Mustang also changed the psychology of warfare. For the first time, Allied bomber crews could fly with a level of confidence that had been impossible just months before. They were no longer sitting ducks, vulnerable to enemy fighters, because the Mustang's long-range escort capabilities meant that every mission had a protective shadow in the sky. Enemy formations that had once swooped down with impunity now faced a fighter that could outmaneuver, outclimb, and outrun them. The Mustang's presence forced the Luftwaffe to rethink its tactics, often retreating from skies they had previously dominated. Its effect was as much psychological as it was tactical, instilling hope in the hearts of Allied forces while striking fear into the hearts of enemy pilots. The story of the Mustang is also one of speed and innovation. North American aviation achieved what seemed impossible, designing and testing a prototype in a matter of months. While the pressures of a global war weighed heavily on every engineer and craftsman, every rivet, every panel, every instrument in the cockpit was meticulously crafted, a reflection of the American commitment to excellence and the urgency of necessity. The P-51 was light, yet durable, fast, yet controllable, elegant, yet deadlier, perfect synthesis of all that a fighter plane could be. Pilots marveled at its performance, discovering that they could climb higher than enemy aircraft, dive faster, and turn sharper, often coming out of engagements unscathed where other planes would have been lost. It was not just a plane, it was a game changer, a symbol of hope and superiority in the skies. As missions grew longer and more complex, the Mustang's endurance became its defining characteristic. It could fly for hours, escorting bombers deep into enemy territory, ensuring that every mission had a guardian in the air. This capacity allowed the Allies to extend their reach, to strike strategic targets with precision, and to minimize the losses that had previously crippled operations. Every successful mission was a testament not only to American engineering, but to the bravery and determination of the pilots who flew these incredible machines. the Mustang became a trusted partner, a silent ally in the deadly game of aerial warfare. But the P-51 story is not just one of machines and metal. It is a story of human courage and ingenuity. Pilots developed deep bonds with their planes, treating them almost as comrades in battle. Letters home from servicemen described the Mustang with reverence, recounting narrow escapes, breathtaking maneuvers, and the exhilaration of controlling a machine that seemed almost alive. These stories spread across the United States, inspiring a nation and solidifying the Mustang as more than a weapon. It became a legend, a source of pride, and a symbol of American determination in the face of adversity. Even as the war drew to its climax, the Mustang continued to dominate the skies. The combination of range, speed, and firepower made it the ultimate fighter for the Allies. Strategic bombing campaigns became more effective. Air superiority was achieved over contested territories, and the once feared Luftwaffe found itself outmatched. Every dogfight, every mission flown in the Mustang, contributed to the larger narrative of victory, showing that technology, when paired with skill and courage, could alter the course of history. The P-51 Mustang also played a crucial role in shaping the future of aviation. Its design influenced post-war fighter development, and its legacy can be traced through decades of aircraft innovation. Engineers studied its aerodynamics, pilots admired its handling, and historians chronicled its exploits. The Mustang's impact extended beyond World War II, becoming a benchmark of excellence in military aviation and a symbol of what could be achieved when determination, innovation, and courage converge. Even today, when a P-51 Mustang roars across the sky at an airshow, spectators are transported back to the turbulent era of World War II, the silver flash cutting through. The clouds evokes memories of bravery, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of victory. Veterans who once flew these machines watch with pride, and new generations feel the pulse of history through every turn and dive. The Mustang remains a living testament to the courage of those who dared to conquer the skies. A reminder that even in the darkest times, innovation and determination can change the course of history. The roar of the P-51 Mustang continued to dominate the skies as 1944 turned into 1945, a symbol of American ingenuity, resilience, and relentless courage. Pilots who had once feared enemy formations now looked forward to the challenge, knowing that the silver streak slicing through the clouds represented not only superior technology, but also an unbreakable bond between man and machine. Every mission flown in the Mustang added to its growing legend. From the frigid skies over the Ardennes to the sunlit expanses above Italy, the P-51 carved a path of dominance, escorting bombers, engaging enemy fighters, and striking fear into the hearts of those who dared oppose it. Its role in securing air superiority cannot be overstated. Allied bombers, once vulnerable to the ever-present threat of Luftwaffe fighters, now moved with newfound confidence, their wings shadowed by the protective presence of the Mustang. The plane's combination of speed, maneuverability, and firepower redefined air combat strategy, forcing the enemy to rethink tactics that had once seemed invincible. Every engagement told a story of bravery, skill, and split-second decision-making. Pilots would dive from altitudes above 30,000 feet, banking sharply to avoid enemy fire, their eyes scanning the sky for both danger and opportunity. The Mustang's responsive controls and unmatched performance allowed them to outmaneuver opponents, often turning what could have been a fatal encounter into a decisive victory. For many, flying the P-51 was an experience unlike any other. Letters sent home described the thrill of soaring through cloud formations, the adrenaline rush of dogfights, and the profound sense of purpose that came with piloting a machine that could determine the fate of entire missions. These stories captured the imagination of the American public, who followed every account with awe and pride. The Mustang's presence also transformed the morale of Allied forces, where once bomber crews had flown under constant fear. Now they knew that every mile over enemy territory brought them closer to safety. The psychological impact of the P-51 was immense. Enemy pilots, who had dominated the skies for years, suddenly faced a fighter that could match their speed, outmaneuver them, and strike with deadly precision. This shift not only altered the course of countless battles, but also demonstrated the power of innovation when combined with courage and strategic vision. The P-51 Mustang's design was a masterpiece of engineering. Its lightweight, yet durable frame allowed it to sustain damage that would have grounded other aircraft. Its long-range capabilities meant that escort missions, which had once been impossible, were now routine. Pilots could fly for hours over hostile territory, confident that the Mustang would carry them back home. This endurance gave the Allies the ability to conduct strategic bombing campaigns deep within enemy territory, targeting critical infrastructure, factories, and supply lines, ultimately accelerating the path to victory. Every mission flown in the Mustang showcased the seamless integration of technology, strategy, and human skill. Beyond the battlefield, the Mustang became a symbol of American determination and ingenuity. Across the United States, families followed news of the aircraft's exploits, proud that American engineering and bravery were shaping the outcome of the war. The stories of the pilots and their silver streaks in the sky inspired a generation, cementing the Mustang not only as a weapon of war, but also as a cultural icon. Young men dreamed of soaring through the skies in the same planes, imagining themselves as part of a legacy defined by courage, skill, and the unyielding spirit of freedom. As the final months of World War II unfolded, the Mustang's dominance was undeniable. The Allies had achieved air superiority in virtually every theater where the Mustang was deployed. Dogfights became increasingly one-sided, with Allied pilots leveraging the Mustang's superior speed and maneuverability to outfight their opponents consistently. Enemy morale plummeted as their once-feared Luftwaffe formations faced relentless pressure from skies filled with the silver flash of P-51s. The Mustang was not just winning battles, it was shaping the future of aerial warfare. Throughout the war, the Mustang demonstrated a unique combination of qualities rarely found in a single aircraft: speed, endurance, agility, firepower, and reliability. Pilots learned to trust their machines implicitly, forming bonds that transcended the mere function of a tool of war. In many cases, the Mustang's performance allowed inexperienced pilots to survive missions that would have otherwise ended tragically, saving lives while simultaneously contributing to the larger war effort. This symbiosis between man and machine highlighted the profound impact of thoughtful engineering and the importance of human courage in leveraging technology effectively. The legacy of the P-51 Mustang extends far beyond the battlefields of Europe. Post-war aviation took lessons learned from its design and performance, influencing generations of fighter aircraft that would follow. Engineers studied its aerodynamics, speed, and maneuverability, while pilots revered its balance of power and responsiveness. The Mustang became a benchmark, a standard of excellence, and a reminder that innovation and dedication can achieve extraordinary results, even under the most challenging circumstances. It remains an enduring symbol of the United States' ability to combine ingenuity, skill, and determination to overcome any challenge. Even today, when a P-51 roars across the sky at an airshow, spectators feel the weight of history. The silver flash against a bright sky evokes stories of heroism, split-second decisions, and missions that defined a generation. Veterans who once flew these machines watch with pride, knowing that their experiences and the aircraft they trusted continue to inspire awe and respect decades later. The Mustang is more than metal and fuel. It embodies courage, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. It tells a story of triumph in the face of adversity and a testament to what can be achieved when skill, bravery, and ingenuity converge. And so, the P-51 Mustang remains immortal, not only in the annals of military history, but in the hearts of all who understand the stakes of war, the thrill of flight, and the unyielding spirit of those who dared to conquer the skies. Its story is the story of America, itself bold, innovative, unrelenting, and victorious. From its first flight to its decisive role in securing victory in World War II, the Mustang symbolizes a timeless truth: when courage meets ingenuity, legends are born. It is a reminder that the skies, once filled with uncertainty and danger, were forever changed by the silver streak of a Mustang. A machine that did not merely fight the war, but redefined it, leaving behind a legacy that will inspire generations to come. When you see the Mustang today, hear its engines roar, and watch it slice through the clouds, remember that this was a plane that carried more than pilots. It carried the hopes, dreams, and unbreakable spirit of a nation. It carried the story of victory, innovation, and courage across the skies of history. And in that moment, you understand why the P-51 Mustang will always stand as the ultimate symbol of American determination. A plane that didn't just change air combat in World War II, changed the world itself.